Hello all, it's Nathan here. Today I want to introduce you to my new app for the Steem blockchain called Steem Pressure. Now, the idea behind Steem Pressure is to make it super easy for people to secure their Steam accounts by moving keys out of the browser. Every Steam account has 4 keys, and by default all of these are derived from your password on steemit.com. Those different keys have different privileges that they are allowed to perform. So one of them is your posting key, and it allows you to create posts and to upvote and downvote posts. One of them is your active key. It lets you move money around. One of them is your owner key, and it controls the account name itself. And then you've got your memo key, which isn't used for anything right now, but if any third-party apps want to use Steem cryptography to secure other websites, for instance, then they can use the memo key for that. So ideally, the only key you would have in the web browser is your posting key and perhaps your memo key. That allows you to upvote and make comments, etc., from the browser immediately and very easily. And if somebody steals that key out of the browser, say through another hack on steemit.com, then the most that they can do on your behalf is upvote and make posts and comments. And you can undo all of those things. They won't be able to control your money, and they won't be able to steal your account name. So, to get us started, I've got Steem Pressure open here in the top right. And this is a first-time run, so the first thing it asks us is to set a password. Now this is used to encrypt your keys so that if anyone steals your computer or hacks into it and steals your Steem Pressure wallet, unless they can guess this password, they cannot get to your keys. So at least this gives you a little bit of time during which you can recover your account and change the keys so that by the time they break this password, they won't have anything. So you can set this password to something memorable. I recommend not making it too insecure, but it's not the end of the world if somebody guesses it, because most likely you will already know that they're attacking it, and you can change the keys in this wallet before they can get around to breaking it. So in this case, I'm going to set the password to something really terrible because this is a demo video. I recommend setting to something a little better than that. So, of course, we have no accounts yet. We can add a new account. There are 2 ways to add an account. The first way is to import by private key, and the second way is to import by the account password you use on steemit.com. So first I'm going to show you how to import by private key. So in the Steemit website, you can click on your icon in the top right, go to Wallet, hit the Permissions tab, and then these are your keys, and here are the 4 keys I mentioned earlier: posting, active, owner, and memo. And on the right here we've got this button to show private key, so I'm going to show the private key for the posting key. That website is a little buggy just now, but here we go. We got the posting key. So this is a private key. You can tell because it starts with 5. Usually they'll start with a 5. Instead of a STM, which means it's a public key. So the private key is what we need to actually confer authority. So we're going to copy this and paste it into Steem Pressure. Into Steem Pressure. And immediately it pops up saying we are importing the Steem Pressure account. That's because it recognizes that private key. It was able to look it up on the blockchain and see, oh, this key belongs to the Steem Pressure account. So it already knows which account we're importing, and we can just hit Add Account. And there we go. We've got Steem Pressure in the wallet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and remove it quickly. And I'm going to show you the other way to import an account. So before I can do that, let me just... Alrighty. And now if we hit Add Account, we're going to add it by account password instead. So I'm going to paste in the Steem Pressure account password. And when I hit Add Account now, it asks me for the account name. So this is because with a password, it can't know which account that password belongs to, so I have to give it an account name too. So I'm just going to type in Steem Pressure, and it looks it up and checks, okay, the key is right, and we're good to go. So I hit Add Account. Now, one thing you'll note is with the account password, I've already changed my owner and active key so that those are no longer based on my account password. So since I added this account by password, if I look at the active key, you'll note the private key is unset here. At the bottom here, the private key says unset. And also with the owner key, the private key is unset. But my posting and memo key are based on the password, so Steem Pressure was able to figure out those keys. Now, if you find yourself in a situation like this, all you need to do to add those keys to Steem Pressure is to bring them over from another account, or just copy and paste it into Steem Pressure. So the private key here is unset. Just paste the key in and hit enter. You should not see the public key change when you hit enter. So just hit update key and it should say private key saved, and you can dismiss that. Now if it were trying to change the key, then you would have a cancel button there and you could cancel it. I can make a better UI for that in the future, but right now I just want to see if people even like this app. And if people really like it, then I'll be happy to make improvements in the future. So in any event, now we've got our account in the in Steem Pressure, and we've got the private key for the active key imported. So what I'm going to do is, just to demonstrate how to change keys, I'm going to change my memo key here. So there's a couple of different ways to change a key. First, you can just generate a new one, and that makes one randomly, and you can just keep on cycling through random new keys. The other way is to use a key recovery phrase. So this can be something that you, some set of words or a password that you can remember, and you can build a key off of that. So if I just set it to my amazing key recovery phrase, and I hit recover, that phrase gives me a key pair. Now if I change this phrase, I get a different key pair. But if I change it back, I'll get the original key pair. So this allows us to use a key, a passphrase basically, to build our key from. Now, given the key, you can't get the passphrase back, but that passphrase will always get you that key. So that passphrase essentially becomes your key, and you want to keep that secret. This is a good way to set a key to something you can remember as a person. So I'm just going to set a random key for now, though. So hit generate a couple times and update key. And so it says it's going to update the key, and I have a few seconds to cancel it. Okay, and it's done. So I changed the memo key, and it is now, it ends with UZQF. Now before the memo key ended with 63YWG. So if we refresh this page, as you can see, it's now changed. So Steem Pressure worked. That's good, I wrote it. I'm glad it worked. So basically that's the app. It lets you change your keys so that you've moved them out of the browser. And now the browser does not know the private key. You'll note the show private key button here is gone for the memo key. And to demonstrate that with the posting key, you'll see that right now in the browser the show private key button is there. So if I change the posting key, we'll give that a moment. Okay, now my posting key ends with RMBE, and if I refresh on the browser, this show private key button here will disappear. And in fact, everything disappears because I'm now logged out of that account. So because the password no longer controls any of the private keys for Steem Pressure, Steemit.com has just logged me out of this account. So never mind, the private key button is indeed gone, as are all of the other buttons. Instead, you can go to steemd.com, and you can see the keys there. You can see my history of key changes here, and if you scroll down, you can see my my public keys in the bottom right or bottom left here. And so, yeah, my posting key now ends in RMBE like it's supposed to. And that's the app. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments if you like the app, if you want to use the app, if you have any trouble, and also if there are any new features you'd like to see in the app. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you, and have a great day.